Don't you guys love to shop at malls? Even though there's online shopping, it's nice to walk around and just have fun at the mall and socialize with people. Today, I am going to be reviewing the Chesterfield Mall in Chesterfield outside of St. Louis. I've actually reviewed a couple malls already, but now I'm going to review the Chesterfield Mall, And I've got some things to say about this mall, but you guys know the drill. Before I get into the review, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It will really help me out a lot. I also want to state this too, that for the scoring part of this video, I'm gonna let you guys know it won't have the date or the review thing on it like it usually does, because I forgot to add it. And I was like, you know what, there's no point of, remaking the card, because the review will be over the score and all that, and the grading, the good, bad, and all that, So yeah, but anywho, let's go ahead and talk about this. So the Chesterfield Mall is a mall that came out in the 1970s. I think a lot of malls, I've heard, came out in the 1970s and all that. Honestly, a lot of malls, not all of them, but a lot of them are not doing very good and all that. And people seem to blame online shopping. I don't think that's always the case, because there are malls that are actually doing really well. Like the one in Columbia that I reviewed, it's actually doing really well. Really well. Like, it's got tons of people, and there's tons of stores and all that. And then there's like, there are some that are doing all right. Like the Jefferson City one, it's not doing great, but it's doing all right. Like it's there's people in there. But Jefferson City is also not a very big mall. I mean, a very big city, so there's not as many people. But there are moments where I've gone to volunteer at Slackers, and there are people there. But yeah, there are people there. But, sorry, I thought I heard something. If you guys know why I paused there, I thought I heard something. But anywho, but yeah, then there's malls like the Chesterfield Mall, which is basically dead. Yeah, this mall is basically dead. They're actually going to demolish it next year. I actually brought this up in a story and all that. I told you guys, this was like my trip I was mainly going to St. Louis to I think I was still in I'm not sure if I was in St. Louis or what, because, when you're traveling, sometimes you don't know, because, you just either pass a city or something. But I was just saying I was close to Chesterfield, because that's where this mall is located at, and I was going there for the Toy Story thing, but I decided to go to this mall because I heard that it's not doing very well, and it may shut down. They may shut it down. I didn't know when they were doing it, but I figured they were going to shut it down. So I went to record it, and one of the guys came and was basically complaining about me recording it and all that, and yeah, I was questioning the guy, and I'm like, why can't I record it if the mall's gonna close? And he wasn't giving me an answer. He kept going on, and I'm like, I kind of would like, I shouldn't be rude like this, but I was questioning, and I'm like, I would like to, have a reason why I can't do it, Because I don't like it when people tell me I can't do something but can't give me a reason. And then, it was getting kind of hasty and all that. And then the guy was telling me I need to talk to the people. I'm like, can you guide me to it? And he's like, you need to stop recording. And I'm like, all right, but can you tell me, I was telling the guy, can you tell me where to go? And because he was talking about I need to talk to the board or the people about the mall, but he wouldn't do it. And I was like, you know what, this conversation is getting kind of ugly, so I just want to end it. I was on my way to, V Stock, because I go there to go to V Stock, and apparently he was following me. I thought he was just making sure I was actually going there. But then he went outside, and then apparently he was searching, because I wear a backpack. I wear a backpack because I carry my stuff in there, my gaming system and stuff, because I like to play on them. He was following me there and all that, and then, it was getting ugly. He kept threatening to leave me. And I'm like, I thought we were done talking about it in the freaking hallway, but yeah, he was escalating the situation, making it worse, and yeah, that really pissed me off. But yeah, that freaking really, really pissed me off, honestly. And again, I told him I was not gonna record anymore. I had to tell him like 4 times, because he just kept pushing it, and the 4 times because he followed me all the way to the basement and all that. I'm like, because I heard someone say they were looking for someone with a backpack, and I'm like, oh great. And I thought this was over, but like I said, that's disrespectful. You don't do that, Like, I understand, there are people out there that do bad things. But the fact that I told him I wasn't gonna do it anymore, and he kept pushing it, that is bad. You don't do that to, you don't do that to your customers. That makes your customers not want to go. That's why I don't go to GameStop and Jeff, because I have a person there who's rude and all that, But yeah, the whole reason why I was recording it is because I heard rumors, they were going to shut it down, but they've been saying that for like a couple years now. And I was like, there's nobody in the mall, so I have a feeling the mall's probably on its way out, and it is. They're demolishing it they're going to be demolishing it next year in August. Which is really funny. I'm like, they've been saying they're going to be doing that. Like, they're giving people quite a long time and all that, before the mall demolishes. Like, I can understand there's like a bunch of people there, but there's like not a lot of places there anymore, so I don't know why they're waiting that long to demolish it, but I don't know. But I will tell you guys, I did get most of them all. I checked the footage. I got most of them all. I was kind of questioning the first video though, because I made it back in 2020 because I was stupid and didn't want to go on the escalators because I did have an incident at a mall where I went on the escalators, and I was scared to go on the escalators again. I kind of got over the fear now, but I did have a fear for a long time there about escalators. When I was a kid, I scraped my knee on there and all that. It's kind of an autism thing and all that. It's annoying, but yeah, I should have went on the escalators though. But I guess when you're scared like that, it's really hard. But I decided to go back and just get the other floor. I was gonna go to the bottom floor and get the bathrooms, because they have cool looking bathrooms, they do, but I didn't get to that because the guy stopped me in the mall and all that, and I think the second floor was because the bottom floor, it's not the first floor, it's the basement. It was like closed. It was open, but the third floor was closed. I remember seeing, so I couldn't go up there, so I don't know. I just wanted to get as much footage as I can, because personally, I like to have the videos where I'm talking through them, There's going to be times where I'm not going to be able to do that, but I really try if I can, because I know other people do this stuff all the time, but, I like to hear myself talking so I can tell you guys my thoughts on it, because, it's kind of weird just, watching someone else's videos and talking about it, because they show stuff off, but, I don't know, it's just kind of weird, but yeah, I don't just want to stop talking about that incident. I still need to get the outside of the mall, but I think I was pretty much done. I didn't get the whole first floor, but I got most of it, because I got stopped, on the area where where you could see the bottom floor where this paddleball or tennis court thing was at, because that mall has a tennis court. But anywho, besides that, let's go ahead and talk about the mall itself. So, honestly, this mall doesn't really have much to it anymore. It hasn't for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I went to, like, back in 2020. I thought there were signs on the because they kept signs on the for the stores and stuff. They were not open. I was thinking because it was COVID, because in Missouri, unlike other states, in Missouri, a lot of places weren't locked down for several months. I feel bad for the people that were locked in their homes for several months, but that wasn't the case with Missouri. We got out, we were able to get out pretty fast. But basically, the stores were closed, and I was assuming they were probably closed because of COVID. They were probably gonna open it because I figured it was something that was probably gonna die down probably by next year, or the year after, and it did, but it did die down, but because when it comes to that stuff, when it comes to illnesses, they usually have to get into the, atmosphere, and usually people start building immune systems to them, People can still die from stuff like that, but usually once people get it, they don't usually get sick as bad the next time, So, yeah, but basically though, my point is the stores were closed down. Some places had some stuff in them, but a lot of them were closed. So I went there the next I went there the next day and all that, and the next year and all that, and the stuff was still closed. So all these stores had been closed, but yet they still had the signs on them, which is really weird and all that. I mean, it's been a whole year, so some of the places that had stuff in them probably, maybe closed down. I mean, probably closed down afterward or something. I'm not sure, but they've been closed for a while, so I don't know, but they've been closed for a while, so I don't know. And that was back in 2020. This is 2023, and now they're announcing they're gonna demolish the mall. So there's been nothing there for a long time. But sadly though, the place, like I said, is closing and all that. Now, I've read some complaints. People have been saying there's not a lot of stuff in this mall, and I can agree with that. But some people are saying the bathrooms are disgusting and all that, and they're disgusting and all that, and they don't seem like it's clean very well. I never really had a problem with that, honestly. Because some of these comments are posted a couple years ago, and although that's a couple years ago, I told you guys I went there in 2020. I've been there 2019, because 2019 I recorded the V-Stock there. It was really cool. I recorded the whole V-Stock and all that. But yeah, I should have got the mall that year, but I didn't. Well, it was also later too. We got there when it was later and all that, so they were closing it down. They were going to close it down because the malls, even before COVID hit, didn't stay open really, really late, but they stayed open later than they do now. Now they close at 7 o'clock, which freaking sucks, because if someone who travels like me, a lot, I have to if they close at 7 o'clock, I have to I don't have time to get over there. And I've looked up tons of malls, because I'm not gonna lie, I had this idea of recording every single mall. I did. I was thinking maybe I should go down the road, not right now, but down the road, go through each state and record the malls. But now I'm I look at footage and all that, people recording malls. I'm you know what? They're not really. I mean, they're kind of cool, but they're not really super interesting. Now, the one I want to go to is the Mall of America. I hear that mall is really cool, but that's the best, the biggest mall in America, That's why I think it's called Mall of America. But, yeah, I mean, the other ones are kind of just the same, honestly. But what was cool about Chesterfield Mall is they got multiple floors, while they don't have that in like the other malls. But I don't know. But yeah, sadly, so they're closing it down and all that and all that. But I don't really know if I have much to say. I mean, I didn't really grow up going to this mall because this is all in Chesterfield. I lived around Jeff pretty much my entire life. And I had appointments and stuff in Columbia all the time, so I usually went to the Columbia Mall and the Jeff one a lot. I may have went to the other ones, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Like, I'm not sure if I've recorded the... Because, I mean, I've been to other malls, too. Like, I think I was one in one, like Illinois before, I think. But, I don't know. But, yeah, I gotta say, there's not really a lot to say about this. It's just there's not really much to this mall. There hasn't been in a long time. There really hasn't been, But I don't know. I just said, I mean, I'm trying to think of some stuff to say, but, I don't really have much history with it. Besides the last few years. I mean, I could have went there when I was little. I do not remember. I told you guys, I scraped my knee on one of the escalators at a mall. I don't think it was that one, though, so I don't know. But there was one I scraped my knee on and made me terrified of escalators. But I don't know. But if I have a recording of some of these malls, I don't know. I know I got the one in Jeff before. I got it before they remodeled it, but I don't know if I got it after they remodeled it. I can't remember. I might have. I don't know, but I do know that I was trying to I'm trying to record this one and just didn't because they stopped me and all that. And like I said, they were kind of mean about it. I shouldn't have questioned the whole thing, but I had a reason to question it because, again, they're closing it down, and I'm like, if they're going to close the mall, then I want to have some memories of the mall, even though there's not a lot left, I want to have some memories of it. But, I don't know, the guy was being a dick to me, but, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, but anywho, there's not really much you can do about that, But, yeah, I don't think there's really much to really say about it. I don't know. I think the only thing I'm going to miss with this mall is, I think, probably the giant V-stock, because that was cool. That was actually kind of cool, because it's a whole V-stock, basically the first, the first floor is basically, it's all, the first floor is basically the first floor is basically, games and stuff, and the base bit is basically all movie stuff. So, it's really cool how it's like a huge V-stock and all that. But, I don't know, but yeah, it's just, like I said, it's kind of sad that that's how, like I said, I'm gonna be losing now, but that's really about all I really miss about it. I don't know. I'm sure that if I, went there when it was very busy, because I know it used to have a carousel and all that, it probably would have been cool, but I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a score. This one is getting a bad and 10 points. Yeah, this one's a pretty low score. The last time I had this was actually, I think it was actually my first restaurant review, which was McDonald's. Yeah, that was the first one. I guess I haven't had one on a store yet. Well, I guess a mall is technically a mixture between stores and restaurants. That's why I'm reviewing it on a Wednesday, because I wanted to take a break from reviewing restaurants and stores and just review a mall, which is both. I don't know if this will be uploaded after that. Before Wednesday's over, because I almost forgot about it and I didn't want to push it back again, But I don't know. But yeah, this is just, like I said, it's just sad. I have to give it a bad, though, because there's not really much to the mall anymore. There's freaking V Stock. That's really about it. And I could just go to another V Stock. I mean, it's cool that one's has 2 different floor levels. That's cool, but that's really all there is to it, you know. That's all there is to it, you know. I mean, there's like nothing's open anymore. Nothing's been open for for years now, and like I said, the freaking people working there are freaking rude. At least the one guy was. The way he treated me, I freaking did not like it. The reason why it's getting 10 points though not lower though, is because at least there's, you know, at least it's cool to look at. I mean, if it was like another mall, you know, like let's say the Capitol Mall in Jeff, I'd probably give it a 0 because that's really all there is to it. I mean, you know, I don't even think the 2 level floor V Stock would have saved it. But that's just, like I said, I wouldn't care if this thing was freaking gone. I'm glad it's getting demolished. I can freaking dance on its ashes, all I care, or the remains of it, you know? I don't really care. I should care because, you know, people are going to lose their jobs, but the people working there, at least the people that are in charge of the mall, are freaking rude and all that, you know? Why should I care, you know? I mean, I guess I can feel bad for the people at V-Stock, but believe it or not, they're actually going to relocate their store somewhere else. So, yeah, I don't really feel bad. Now, I might go back and try to, like, record a little bit of it, but I'm pretty much just done because I don't want to get that person, you know, that mad again and all that, but I mean, the 3rd floor is, I'm sure, like, if I go back, it'll probably still be closed off. I'm not sure why they closed it off, but not the basement floor, but they did. But yeah, they closed off, when I was there, they closed off the 3rd floor. And it was, not only they closed it off, but there's, the escalators won't even work. They just are like regular stairs. So I wanted to get that on recording too, but like I said, the guy was just being rude about it, so I don't know. I'm thinking maybe down the road though, I might show you guys images of it, because I'm curious what the images used to look like when the mall actually looked good. Maybe I can do another review down the road about it. Maybe, I don't know. Because I thought about doing that with places, like some places like down the road, just picking like random locations or something. Maybe do like sole reviews on certain like restaurants and stores, and tell you guys my experiences with them and all that, you know. I don't know, but like I said, like McDonald's and Holt Summit, that one's like bad now, but it used to be good. So I don't know. I mean, that place has been remodeled 3 times too. So, well, I guess 2 times that I'm aware of, maybe 3. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably let this go though. It's just sad to see, you know, this mall getting a bad score, but like I said, it's not dirty. Like I don't think it's dirty like people said, but there's just not a lot there anymore. There hasn't been in a while, and like I said, people were kind of rude there, and they didn't like the way I was treated. So I don't know, but anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. See you all later. Bye bye.